That's nonsense. Yeah.
Welcome back. It's Nonsense Labs here with you again, doing episode 11 or 10. We're not sure. We lost count. Regardless of what episode it is, though, we're back. This is our penultimate episode for this season. We have had a blast doing this so far, and if you've been watching with us all the way, drop a comment. Let us know that you watched the episodes. Tell us who your favorite character is. Tell us who your least favorite character is. And whoever gets the most votes for least favorite character gets fired. So, no.
It's like The Apprentice.
Yeah. No association. No association. I have no political aspirations.
I said that just because I knew I would get a chorus of notice.
So, that being said, we are going to turn it over once again to the Dungeon Master to kick us off on this, the beginning of the end for this season. And for Humanus, Ilaria, Arona, and Escrow, whose name I constantly forget. This will be dubbed over later anyways. Hey, we're going to turn it over to Josh House.
Hey, how's it going? All right, so I guess you get to stay alive for one more session, you know.
Ooh.
Just one more.
Yeah, make it to the end of the season.
Yep.
I just want to go back home.
I wonder who's gonna die.
I don't know.
Sacrifice themselves.
I don't know.
Why are you
It's
looking at me?
Because we know it won't be you.
You don't know that.
you never know. You can never.
America didn't think it would be Iron Man either, but they got that turned out.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on the silent.
Too soon.
He's coming back anyway.
Yeah, but is he really? Anyway, past all that, the group had talked with Ensirion. Some hatchets were buried.
Who buried my hatchet?
No.
Some money was promised, and
And right it was.
I'm glad we agreed to do this for no monetary.
Oh, we didn't even think. I didn't even think about the money.
Escrow always thinks about the money.
We were like, save people? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I was just happy to be out of the debt. I wasn't worried about anything.
Okay, but what can I gain out of this?
so all hatchets buried, money promised. The group agreed to go on one last little soiree on behalf of the Crimson Talons, who turns out are a rebellion. In case you didn't figure that out already, you know, Humanus had no idea. But if it was a surprise to you, maybe you have something in common with Humanus. I don't know. But they managed to secure most of the weapons and the troops that they needed. And Ensirion launched his forces at Fort Wolfheart, while Aletha Nerinoth led the group to Moorholm, which is the residence of Aerolith Nerinoth, her distant cousin, and the governor of the Lowlands. So you're currently approaching with DN, Drumwind, Taenya, and the Shadowrunners, and Aletha kind of leading the way. A forested area at the base of the plateau. And go ahead.
I was just going to go dun 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 dun. It's getting to be the tense part of the.
Provide her background.
Yeah.
I was going to provide sound effects this
She
time.
should have been the bard.
Maybe next time.
Spoiler alert.
But you approach the wooded area, and Aletha turns to everyone and says, now, Aerolith should have taken care of all his guards, sent them away to Fort Wolfheart to fight. If he didn't, he's going to die. So, I suppose we'll see. Follow me. and she leads you into the woods. There is a fairly wide pathway through. There are some twists and turns. It's not exactly a straight shot through this wooded area. And you eventually see kind of through the woods a low stone wall with it's not a gate, it's just a passage, an opening through that wall. But Aletha kind of peers out behind a tree and says, well, no guards, so you should have kept his word. I'll see. And she begins to make her way down the path toward the opening. As she reaches the opening in the wall, she begins calling. Hello? Anyone there? Guards!
I'm right behind her because I promised in Sirion that I was going to protect his lady.
She was so focused on what was happening, she didn't realize you were there. So after there's nothing that happens besides kind of a snide voice answering her in the distance, there are no guards. She turns around to inform me, oh! You're very quiet.
Yeah, new armor.
She has been practicing.
Yes, this whole campaign I've been practicing.
I'm sorry, I was so focused on not dying. I didn't,
I almost gave you a heart attack.
yes, didn't realize you were there, but it's all right. Yes. All right. Everyone can come on. And Dien and Inya and their party make their way through the opening.
Got my sword.
As you step through the opening, and Arona, you would have been the first one to see this, but this place is clearly elvish in nature. And actually, Ilvaria and Arona, you both feel an abundance of sort of natural life energy at this spot.
Feels good here.
Almost too good, you would say.
So, yeah.
No, I'm positive now.
Wow.
It's a very positive, refreshing aurora.
As you're kind of standing there and talking about that fact, Aletha goes, yes, it will be much more prominent when we get to the top of the plateau, but
Oh, is it going to give us a heady feeling?
A what feeling?
a
heady feeling.
I suppose for non-elves, potentially, that could happen. But it's Nimasil, my father, sends some of the life energy we collect down here to Moorhome, which essentially is my cousin's estate.
Can we punch him?
I don't see why not.
I want to punch him.
Okay.
Wait, who are you punching?
Nimasil.
Oh.
No. Irrelith.
Yeah, but I'm still not here.
So, but you can see the architecture is all elven. It's all beautiful. The sunlight seems brighter. There's bouncy, beautiful grass beneath your feet. The place is bursting with life. But she says, normally this place is very well guarded because there are natural resources here that the oligarchy wants to keep for themselves, and my uncle or my cousin wants to keep for himself. This pales in comparison to the plateau, but there's a disagreement between my cousin and Nimasil, so this is as much as he's allowed. That's why he lives here in the lowlands. But let's go and find him. So she leads you into
Bless you.
what is a very large, ornate house. at the very bottom of this massive tree. And like the doors are almost fused with the tree itself, and they open for you. All the furniture, all the seats, everything in here that could be shaped out of wood is. So like there's a seating area that's just a recessed kind of pit that's been shaped with magic, lined with cushions, and kind of sitting in that recessed area. Aerolith is sitting there with like a glass of wine, lounging. He says, "Oh, it's you."
Is that any way to greet your old friend?
Yeah, we're all friends, remember?
You're most certainly not, my friend.
That's not what you said
What?
back at the other place.
You mean when you tricked me with magic?
Ooh.
Detail schmetail.
Oh, and coming from the man who's been draining the life force out of the whole country, that's big talk.
How does it matter how our friendship started? It is still beautiful, yes.
Not with such an inferior race, it's not.
Don't talk about the dwarf that way.
I'm pretty sure he was talking about you.
I
You
was.
have been talking about me. You
I
silly dwarf.
was.
I hate you.
For once, I was right.
Remind me next time to charm you into doing something stupid.
Oh, like
Dumber than that.
sabotaging his whole family.
Dumber than that.
Yes, well, I hold no love for Nimesil. After all, he's the reason I'm here.
At the bottom of the well.
Yes, that was the implication.
I picked up on it.
I'm surprised.
I'm not.
Yes, are there snakes?
There's wine.
Ooh, the grape
I
juice.
will take some of this.
Boss likes the grape juice.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
So, what do you want?
Baker.
I shouldn't have asked you.
We're here to use your tunnel.
Oh.
Aletha, tell him.
Yes, I know about the you, Aletha. You're trusting this to these four.
Come on.
That's pretty much how.
You laugh a lot for someone You laugh a lot for someone I've already pulled one over on once.
Yes, well, good luck.
I don't need it.
Yeah,
we're
just looking confused. Like, I do not understand joke, but
Trust me, when we heard they were depending on us, we laughed just as long and hearty.
you did not laugh.
Okay, I was trying to. You just took all the thunder out of my throat.
Thunder?
You do not want thunder in your sails.
I
Silly
once
dwarf.
knew a man who yelled thunder every time he did something. Was my friend. Great man.
I miss the Thunder Brothers.
Only
Okay.
to mention Thunder Brothers.
Well, now that that's out of the way,
Lead on.
the tunnel's this way.
Are you coming with us too?
No, I'm leading you to the tunnel, you stupid dwarf.
That's when I punch him.
Yeah.
He goes, you stupid dwarf.
And that's a 16 plus.
You already hit him.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? He just lets you
Yeah.
in.
No, he didn't. He just didn't see it coming. Like, he's drunk.
I want it.
You hit him right in the gut, like as he turns around to do the insult, and he immediately like vomits.
You dropped your wine.
This is why I do not drink the grape juice.
I need to leave now.
Humanus is a sympathetic puker, so he also.
Oh no.
Oh. That's it. That's it. Me. I am awesome.
Well,
Remind me to tell Ensterion the price has went up.
How did that feel?
Terrible.
Irrelevant.
Terrible.
My name is Aerolith.
Not when I say it.
That's because you suck.
I'll touch you again.
Stop hitting him. He's got to lead us to the thing.
So he's like down. You don't have to punch him because he's like down on his knees, like on his elbows, like clutching his. So you kick him. You would have to like kick him in the side.
Okay, take us.
You broke a rib. How am I supposed to take you anywhere?
If you need a rib to walk with, you seriously.
Humanus.
I just
Yeah,
lift
carry
him
him.
up. You point, I walk, but I'm holding him by the belly, so
Like
it's
when
just.
you hold a kid. That's
Oh my god! My rib.
Use your racial talents.
yeah.
He's just like screaming in pain at this point. And he's like, "Will you just put him down, Humanus? Just
Okay.
oh god."
That's gross. Just laughing as I thought about this.
Boss, you want right?
Fine, follow me.
No, you have had a tough time of it, Humanus. I will walk.
And he leads you back limping, like through this grand estate, and he leads you to essentially the back of the tree, which from the outside looks like it is the roots and things are fused with the cliff and kind of spiraling up it. But he basically touches a place on the wall, and as he does so, the wood kind of shifts backwards and slides to the side.
magic.
Yes, magic. There's your tunnel. Go to lay down,
Good job, Arona.
bitch.
I spit in his general direction.
He vomits again.
Yeah, that's violence again.
Oh no. No.
Doing that.
Oh no.
Well, I am much more hungry now.
It's kind of darker.
Yeah, I mean it's
I've been holding on to this for a while, but here's some bacon.
Oh, thank you.
All right, well,
Tastes like vomit.
All this vomit, I'm running into the tunnel. I'm getting away from everybody.
Anyway, she's got dark vision, so.
Okay.
I still have dark vision.
yeah. So-
120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know dwarfs had that because of dark vision.
Mm-hmm. They do, and drow have 120 feet of dark
I
vision
knew
as well.
Drow had 120 feet. I thought dwarfs had like 60. For some reason, I don't know.
So you start making your way up the tunnel. It's just Escrow and Humanus who do not have dark vision, I believe.
Humanus have dumb vision. I walk until hit wall, and then walk different way.
Good job.
Why don't you just put your hand on her shoulder?
You are ready to leave.
Oh.
Well, I did. I don't know if anybody else wanted me or not. But
I was eating bacon. But I walk, I hear, I know where she go. I just follow.
Okay. You do. So the tunnel is relative, like you do have to hunch a little bit, Humanus, as you kind of enter the tunnel. But there's, I mean, for everybody else, there's probably 2 foot, 2.5 foot of clearance, maybe. Well, not for the dwarf, who is fine.
With her hand.
Well, I say 2.5, maybe 1.5 foot. But because how tall are you?
But
You're like 7 feet tall, right?
I am somewhere between 7 and 8 foot tall. He's not sure.
gosh.
Okay. then yeah, for everybody else it would probably be about a foot of clearance, and Humanus is having to duck just a little bit.
I do not like being not on the ground. Under the ground, not so good.
So you make your way up this staircase, and it begins to wind back and forth a little. You can see that the steps are pretty well perfect. They look to have been shaped by maybe magic or something, because they're not made of, separate bricks. It's just smooth flowing stone. The walls are just kind of natural rock. So it's craggy. It is rough to the touch. And there are parts where the walls kind of narrow in a bit, as like maybe even on one side where like there's a particularly large looking tough piece of rock that wasn't broken. It was just kind of the pathway was guided around it. But eventually you begin to come up to the top of the staircase, and you can see that there is especially those with dark vision can see that there's a trapdoor there.
Be careful.
Yeah, everybody watch out for this trapdoor.
There's a trap door, Jimenez.
Yeah, don't fall in it.
Stay still.
Is-
Just stand right there.
Why are we all so scared of the door?
It's a trap.
The dwarf is scared of everything. What have you learned so?
We don't know what's in it.
Oh,
There's only one way to find out, eh, Humanus?
I do not like when Boss uses this tone. Usually I get hurt.
Here, Aleka,
Yes,
what is this for?
it's just a trapdoor that leads in onto the verdant plateau.
Oh, okay. I think we need to get one.
These girls, stop silly. They say door. They're like, oh no.
Oh no, a door! Oh no!
Oh, it's not there. It's a door.
It's got a handle and everything.
You can see why.
Well, when you said trapdoor, I was thinking of like a trap.
Well, yes,
A door-
a trapdoor
trap.
is just a door that is in the floor and that you can lift up and down.
It's just door. See? See?
Oh, okay.
Aleka, aren't you glad that you chose us for?
Do you guys realize how sad it is that Humanus knew what a trapdoor was?
I do not know
And
what
you
is trap
jumped
about
in.
it. It's just door.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the trap door.
Okay. You step up and out of the tunnel. And as you take a moment to make sure that everybody gets up and out of the tunnel, but you find yourself standing in a very small clearing. And Elvaria and Arona, especially with kind of your connection to the natural world, this is the most beautiful forest you've ever seen. The trees, like, normally there's kind of a collection of trees in a forest, but these seem otherworldly, almost ethereal in their beauty. You've never seen trees like this. You've never seen grass that's this vibrant and almost seems to be bursting with energy. It's almost like it's casting its own light, practically.
Wow, this feels 10 times better than it did downstairs, at least.
Yeah, this is amazing.
See what I say? Outside, always better.
You're right.
Let's fill the grass.
With our toes?
I think they have been doing drugs though.
They are fucking hippies.
Let's smell the earth.
God, I hate hippies.
Let's hug these trees.
Let's get this over with so we can go back to the inn and drink myself an
Do you actually go up and hug a tree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both go up and hug a tree?
Yeah.
They both giggle at you.
The tree just giggled at us. Did you get this done again?
You hug it, you hear?
They're so cute.
Humanist. Extra snack, you hit the tree with your ass.
No.
What?
You hit your.
I already have bacon from Dwarf Girl. I'd be okay for now.
Thank you.
2 inches.
Always gonna have to fight.
Let's get done.
This is how we kill you.
We gotta kill each other.
Do not harm the tree.
The whole party just implodes.
Because these two turn into Loraxes and it's like, we speak for the trees. Just kidding, the trees can speak for themselves, but that's not the point.
We tie ourselves in the trees. Like a protest.
Oh my god.
Okay, let the.
We apologize.
The worst thing you could have done was make that tree giggle. I was just completely derailed everything.
I think trees are happy with us.
Yeah.
Well, the tree maybe not so much, but the dryads that inhabit those trees are very happy with you. It seems to be.
Mhm. That's great.
Well, or should we?
Can
Can we just let it dry and get his jollies off with us?
Oh my god, I hope not.
Because I think the tree like drinks them up.
You sound like Bulls when he dreams.
I told you not to tell anyone about them.
Oh my god.
Something about Charlie, a little bit of giggle. This never happens.
Oh god.
Are we good? Okay,
Let's let's do what we were doing.
the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Yes, I can tell.
I swear.
So now do you understand why I came with you, so that you would have a guide?
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Can we just leave them?
No,
I've never been touched by a dryad before.
You touched the dryad, not the other way around.
God.
Let's go.
Back and try. Yeah.
We are going to be cancelled in Dryad Circus.
That's all it's for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm not crazy.
You write this in songs.
No, don't worry.
Okay, so Aletha begins like pulling you away from the trees, and saying, "No, we have to go."
Are you sure?
Yeah, yes, I'm positive.
Can we live here?
No,
Okay.
Humanist grabs him.
Okay.
No!
And the humanist just grabs both of them and starts dragging them back.
The trees.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
so we're gonna head deeper into the forest now.
More trees.
Yeah. This is amazing.
It's an entire forest. You need to look at forest, not trees.
They can't see the forest for the trees.
That was well put, Humanus.
Yes, it's smart.
Why are they looking at us like that?
So she leads
Doesn't have
you.
anything to do with the fact that you are crazy.
She leads you deeper into the forest, like constantly, constantly pulling Arona and Avaria off the trees, and
We're skipping.
everybody roll a perception check.
Oh gosh.
That's a 10.
15.
What is it?
Perception.
Perception.
So
And you have
17 for me.
efficiency, so.
Okay, so I add this, right?
You're at wisdom.
If it's
Got
bubbled
that.
in,
Mhm.
is it bubbled in over here?
Your
Perception?
efficiency.
It's in
No,
that.
it's not.
Okay, whatever you have.
All right, so I got a 13.
13. Okay, everybody who rolled above 15, which is that just Humanus?
Yeah, do you have to have above a 15 or does a 15 work?
A 15 works.
Okay, then
Sorry.
Escrow got a 2.
Okay, that makes sense. So the two of you who are not just enamored by like trees and you hear a voice that makes your blood run cold. Like everything goes
Nice. We're just.
No.
quiet for a moment. And you hear this almost whisper through the trees. So, more have come.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's boss, was it you?
No.
There's another voice in my head.
No.
Short girl, stop talking in my head.
I'm not talking to you.
You said more have come, and you just got done touching these dragons.
I'm just petting the grass now.
Yes, stop petting things. They are coming.
Hey, who are coming?
I don't know.
You can't even speak. You're in such a realm of lust in your mind.
What? It's not. I'm just thoroughly enthralled.
You found the wood depository. We get
Okay.
it. We know you always look forward.
Humanus is drawing his
Oh,
axe
but-
and he goes, okay, all jokes aside though,
Wait.
someone coming.
You're not gonna hurt these trees. How about my sword?
We're not hurting the trees. Did you not hear the disembodied voice, dwarf?
What is a disembodied voice?
You don't even know what a disembodied voice is.
So at this point, as you guys are like arguing back and forth, and Arona, you're like facing the group, arguing with them, you hear this low voice from behind you say, "They're talking about my voice."
Oh God.
And you,
It's standing right behind me, isn't it?
I'm just like, no, never. Never is it doing that.
the rest of you see standing behind Arona, and the trees have almost bent out of this thing's way, but it's massive. It is larger than the shambling mound that you fought. It is at least 15 feet high, probably 12 feet. It looks vaguely canine in origin, but the forelimbs have almost a skin-like quality to them, and there is like gray, shining hair coming off of this thing's face
Dear.
and down its shoulders and down its body. But the paws end in talons, and looking at its face, it has a long snout, sort of like a wolf, but it is currently like eerily smiling down at Arona.
Oh, Dean, do you want to take this one? Dean?
Does it look vaguely, I don't know, faint-ash, fash, or undead?
It does have like pointed ears coming out of the side of its mane, but its dark kind of pits of its eyes are looking down at you, and you can actually like look up with intelligence, and it speaks.
We will
Hello, little one.
We will play Lycanthrope Rochambeau. Bear beats wolf. Go get him, Dean.
If I move, it's gonna attack me.
How do you know
Is-
this?
Are you?
Humanus just says, hello, you smile, you are happy to see us, yes?
It smiles at you with a mouthful of teeth. Oh, I'm very happy.
Well, see, we are friends.
Dean steps up and like touches you on the shoulder and goes, "No, this one is not our friend."
Oh, not friend. Okay. You not like this one, Dean?
He looks up at it, and even Dean, like everybody has to look up at this thing. Dean goes, "You know, this is a real challenge.
Oh no.
Let myself, Tien, and Freya take this."
Ooh. Okay. But we fight together later, is?
That is hopefully the plan, but we'll see.
Or before it starts, and then I'll like do a bardic inspiration or something, just try and help them out against this thing, I guess.
Okay, so the thing looking down at you says, "So it's to be 3 against 1. Go on, little dwarf."
Thanks.
You want me to roll?
I said go!
I just run. I just start running.
I can just imagine you with short, stubby legs and you're wearing armor too, so you're probably going
With my sword.
like a Baywatch run, but you're really just trying to get it. Should I roll to see how many extra hit points I give everybody? Or?
I mean, you certainly you can. Yeah, go ahead.
2. Well, plus charisma, so 5.
Okay.
Everybody gets 5 bonuses.
So Dean and the rest of the Drumwinds kind of stay back, and you can see them like getting ready to fight this thing. Dean transforms into his werebear form. The other two pull out their weapons. And as you make your way further into the forest, you hear the start of the combat. There's just rippling snarl that just vibrates through the forest. And the enmity of this thing is almost palpable as you're running away from it. But you can hear the shout and the clash, and it gradually fades to silence, maybe a little bit faster than you would expect, given how big it is.
Oh no. I'm sure glad that we got Dan on our side when
I tell you, Bad Beats Wolf.
when I asked him to join our forces.
Hmm.
He saved my life.
Yeah.
I was going under that thing. It was snarling and everything.
If you hadn't been so focused on the wood.
So as you guys are having this conversation, you begin to make your way. Suddenly, the trees seem to get really close to you. Like the pathway seems to get very narrow.
Ooh.
The pathway seems to get very narrow. The boughs overhead seem to almost like bend down and kind of block your way. And to Inya,
This
What are you all laughing about? I'm all laughing because we all.
Still stuck. Okay.
so to Inya is looking around very concerned. And she says, I don't like this.
Alyssa?
No,
To Inya, the Shadowrunner,
Oh,
the druid.
Okay. Sorry.
She says the trees are agitated.
Oh, I thought they loved me.
Maybe we hugged him too much.
I told you, get cancelled for this.
You arrive at a clearing, right? But there are bushes and shrub. There's a lot of shrubbery inside of this clearing.
No.
Small trees.
Not so excited for them.
What size matters all of a sudden.
Size queens.
Inya steps forward and says, "All right, come on out. I know you're there." And stepping out of these trees are 20 dryads in various forms, and they appear. Some of them are more androgynous, some of them are more female, but they all, and you two would notice this almost immediately. They're twisted, like they're smiling. And as you look at them and as they smile, you can see that their teeth are all small and sharp and pointed.
Oh,
Those don't look like the drawings I've seen before.
no.
Are you sick?
They are friendly. They smile at us.
Nah.
Why you insult?
One of them steps forward and says, "No, we're not sick. But I did hear you touched my sister."
I apologize.
Would
They
it-
carried away.
We didn't know we were touching.
Your sister at the
Yeah.
time.
She giggled. She liked it.
You see?
Your sister apparently.
Wait, that sounds bad. She liked it after I touched her.
I tell you, you girls get canceled, right? Sorry, don't do it.
I'm
But
just now thinking about.
We just hugged them.
your sister apparently extremely attracted to
Me, Roy, and
like
Josh would like it on the record that we have nothing to do with it.
Your sister apparently very attractive to my friends. We are sorry. They did
Shut up, human.
I will not let you talk to me
What
this
did
way.
you just say?
You smile, but I begin to believe all things in this forest that smile not so friendly.
So Inya kind of steps forward and she says, look, we don't have time for this. They're about to start the ritual now.
Oh no.
You four, as badly as I can believe I'm saying this, need to get to the ritual with Aletha and stop it. She's the only one who knows. If we don't stop it today, it's another 10 years of the oligarchy's rule.
I didn't realize this was a time task.
They told us it was.
I'm fairly certain that you're informed of that, but you know what? That's fine. Let us deal with the dryads. We'll clear the way. You just need to barrel through.
I am good at this. And he puts the axe up and pulls the lance out behind me.
Okay. So roll an athletics check. The druids all transform, and Ta'Inyash transforms into.
That's a 10, but I'm proficient in athletics, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's fine. Ta'inya transforms into a fire elemental
Oh.
and just starts like lighting dryads on fire.
Oh, we're killing them. Oh no.
and like barreling into them in her elemental form. You push through kind of behind her Humana. Several dryads attempt to stop you, but you essentially bat some of them aside, and the rest of you all manage to make it through. Aletha is behind you. You make it past the clearing, and you know, once again, you make it past the battle, and the sound of the fight kind of muffles a lot faster than it normally would, than you've ever heard it.
Something wrong here.
Aletha looks at the four of you and says, Don't worry, they're so fine. It's just this place, the magic in this place tends to obscure things.
All right, here then.
Like what?
Let's go. I've got a ticket.
Like sounds, like thoughts. You could feel your thoughts muddying if we stay here too long.
That explains it.
Funny, I have not noticed.
We were totally normal.
He's had 6 or 7 thoughts since we've been.
Do not give them some BS excuse, okay? Everyone knows they messed up.
Let's go.
So she begins leading you onward and onward and onward. You travel for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 2 hours, and she is
I thought they said hurry up, let's get there.
she starts to grow increasingly concerned, and she says, this is the right way. We should have been there by now. What is happening?
What are we? Are you? You are our god.
Did they move it?
Yeah, we went the right way. This is the correct way to the sacred grotto, but
Do you think we should just start yelling out, "Sacred Grotto"?
do you actually do that?
No. No, did not.
You know, sometimes I find when you think you know where you go, you do not. So you just turn and walk different way.
I might have.
Okay. Did you? Okay.
I mean, I did.
You did.
I mean, it's up to you.
So we're going to count it. You did. So as you yell that out, there is a soft, like silvery laughter that begins to make its way through the trees.
We didn't say anything funny.
Humanist. What is funny?
There's a voice that seems to move and almost be whispering in all of your ears that says, mortals. Endless amusement. So confused. So willing to rush into danger.
Aletha, do you recognize this voice?
Her face is pale, like even paler than usual. And she says, is that you? Simnarin? And the voice says, yes. Yes, it is. Oh, this will be fun.
You tell me what is going on right now, Elfkin.
There's a clap. And suddenly you're in a clearing,
Oh.
seated at a table.
Oh no, I knew this was gonna happen.
Aletha is at one end.
You knew this was going to happen. This specifically. I find that very hard to believe.
I had a dream last night.
Everyone, it is the small cup. The small cup you use.
Yeah.
It's not the big one.
You are seated almost exactly like you are now physically. Aletha is at the end of the table, and seated where I am physically is what at first you almost mistake for an elf in the face, but the skin is porcelain white, like perfectly clear. He has raven hair, high cheekbones, almost elven features, but greatly exaggerated. The ears are longer. Coming out of the top of his head are what look to be stag antlers. And they wrap around his head and toward the back, almost like a crown. And he's lounging with one leg over the arm and a glass in hand. And he's looking at the four of you. And he says, so mortal.
Yes.
I mean, I'm immortal.
Yes. You all are.
No, why I had to be the one that decided.
Yes. Humanus is extremely confused. He's trying to figure out if he just woke up, or if he walked over here, or how he ended up here. But he's just.
Escrow's gonna kind of, I guess, lean over to Alata and like, what is this? Like, what is this?
The person sitting at the end of the table says, there's no point to whispering, Escrow. I know everything that happens here.
Well, that's very rude, but okay.
Did you see his side of the trees?
Yes, I did.
Humanus lets out a silent but deadly fart. And looks at the table to see.
Smell's gone.
Oh. Neat.
Why are we?
What the hell are you in? What the hell do you want with me?
Why are we here?
Well, you see, my name, as my dear Aletha so put it, is Simnarin. I am an archfey, distantly related to the Nerinos.
Arch. Hey.
Did you say they?
Yes, I did.
So you build like the bridges? Like the arches?
I'm going to have so much fun playing with you.
I will play with you, friend. You can make farts now go away.
Good. I'm glad you've agreed,
What's the
Humanus. And he snaps his fingers, and suddenly the three of you are off to the side, and it's just him. Well, the four of you with Aletha are off to the side, looking as Humanus and Simnarin are now seated at a table across from each other. There are two upside down cups, one in front of Humanus, one in front of him. And he says, I'm so glad you've agreed to this game. You see, mortals amuse me so much. It's your motivations that are truly a mystery.
Yes.
You agree then?
Yes. Very mysterious why people do things they do, yes. I do not know why I do anything I do.
Now we are going to play a game. And he lifts the cup, and underneath it, there are 4 dice.
Can Humanus be like, I like these games, and pull out his dice?
You can pull out a set of dice, yes.
Humanus pulls out his own dice. I only play with my dice.
I suppose that's fair.
Assuming Escrow would probably know what that game is. So,
You would.
I mean, yeah, so like immediately he starts like freaking out, like, no, let me play.
Oh no, you see, Humanus has agreed.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Besides, and
Are you
there,
afraid to play with someone who might actually beat you?
he puts the cup back over the dice. And he says, you know, Humanus, this is going to be fun. Now, here are the rules. In these 4 dice, your 4 dice are your fate. I'm going to take your life force and split it into 4. And I'm going to put that force into one of these dice. If you lose a dice, as you can in this game, you will lose a quarter of your life. I will take it from you. The pain would be unbearable.
Okay, boss.
And there is no one who cares about you enough to spare you this pain. Do you know what your name means, Humanus?
It means me.
I will kill you.
My name just means me. It's what they say that name, I say me.
No.
Sometimes teachers say, I say here.
Your name means human shield.
Human shield. But that does not make sense. I am not human.
No, you see, Escrow named you that because he intended you to be his human shield.
That's not true.
Boss, I do not have strap-on back. You cannot hold. You're too small.
See, it makes no sense. Let me play this game.
But what does human shield do?
Oh, you would like to play this game, would you, Escrow?
Yes,
You would spare him his pain
I
and
would.
suffering.
because I will beat you.
Oh, no, that's not going to work. And he snaps his fingers, and a zone of truth pops up.
Okay. Do I make a save against that, I guess?
Yep.
Okay. Will save you?
Yep.
Or will save you?
Boss, why you try not to tell me?
Oh, I rolled an 18 now. And then what does will save use again? For the stab on?
It's going to be your wisdom.
That's a 0, so I rolled an 18.
You fail.
Humanus is still just doing math while this is going on.
So he says, oh, come now, Escrow. Tell me the truth.
About what?
Why would you play this game?
Because he is my friend.
Human shield. Like, you meant for me to stand in front and die instead?
At one point, that is not true anymore.
You named me Sacrifice?
I thought you would get the joke.
Oh.
No, you did not.
You're right, I did. That is not the point.
I
I will take your place in this game.
am very sad, boss.
You can be sad and alive now. Get in the fucking stand.
I can go now, man. I be sad.
Oh, he has agreed to take your place. He has agreed to take your pain.
Okay, boss, you be human shield for once, yes?
Yes.
And he gets up and, yeah.
He snaps his fingers and you swap places.
He just curls up in the fetal position on the ground, thinking to himself,
It's okay. I have some more bacon.
I do not want food.
Oh.
Now remember, Escrow, the same rules apply for you.
Yes, I am very aware.
Good. And he holds up a hand. And do you have 4 dice of your own?
Yeah, okay. I will here in a second, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But he holds up a hand and you feel this pulling sensation. And it doesn't, like, your body's not moving, so you're not quite sure. And then suddenly it intensifies and you feel something is removed from you, like something critical, something that you absolutely need, and it's placed into the objects in front of you. Like when you hold them in your hands, you can feel your life sitting in the palm of your hands. And he says, "Shall we play?
let's go.
Do you know this game, Escrow?"
Lion's dice, yes.
You would be correct.
Yes.
It's a good game for boss.
And away we go.
Yeah, please. The worst time for him to be having me.
Okay. 2 5s.
3 5s.
2 4s.
You can't go lower.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You either need to beat the number of 5s, or you need to increase it to 3 6s.
Three 5s. Oh, wait, no, you already said 3 5s, that's right.
4 5s or 3 6s.
And those are my only options, unless I call you a liar, right?
Correct.
3 6s.
3 6s. 4 6s.
Liar.
Oh, is that what you think? And he reveals his dice, and he has 4 6s.
God. I'll lose the die.
As you do, he scoops up the dice. He puts it in the palm of his hand, and you can see him squeeze. And as he squeezes the dice, and fine sand begins to trickle out, you suddenly feel this immense pain rack your entire body. Your hair begins to change color in front of everybody. There are suddenly large, like, gray streaks. Suddenly the lines on your face get deeper. You suddenly have crows. You suddenly grow older.
Right. Son of a bitch.
Are we all gonna have to play this game?
No, stay there.
I think we need
All right, now we go again. Yeah.
Oh yes, that is the plan.
You call first this time, or do I go first again?
You would go first.
2 3s.
2 3s. 2 6s.
Straight to sixes every time. Sixes thing is really hard to play this game. Oh man. I guess I call him a liar again. He knows I don't have 3 sixes. Like there's no way.
He pulls it up. You lose another dice. He takes it. And he squeezes.
I'm not expecting him to roll sixes like this. Is insane.
And at this point, you suddenly look like you're about 60.
Yeah.
You can feel your joints start to deteriorate. It hurts to move. Your hair is completely gray.
You just described him now, Rod.
He blows the dust
Jesus, Wallen.
and says,
What happens when I get sad?
You just say mean stuff when you're.
Sorry, I'm ruining it. Keep going.
Humanus rolls over and sees and kind of squints and then rolls back over into the fetal position to think.
and away we go.
2 threes.
2 5s.
He still has all 4 of his stuff, so. One 6.
2 6s.
Call him, I guess. I can't do anything else. Like, I only have 2 dice. I can't say 3 6s. Jesus Christ. Escrow's gonna die.
He takes another dice, squeezes it, crushes it into dust, and now you look like you're 90.
Yeah.
Totally white hair,
It doesn't matter. Just get Humanus out of here.
eyes sunken, like your back is bowed with age. You can see the bones of your hand. You have liver spots all over your skin.
Humanus sees this and enters a rage. And he's going to try and get up and walk over to the table.
Okay. You enter your rage. Simnarin snaps a finger and roll a will save.
So 14
It's wisdom.
wisdom,
Yeah.
so 15.
The world suddenly flips upside down. Gravity suddenly reverses itself. The ground, just him. The ground is below you, and if you move, you're going to fall into the sky. Like if you don't grab the ground, you're going to fall.
So Humanus grabs the ground and starts trying to pull himself along the ground
Okay.
towards the table.
So to everyone else, it looks like Humanus suddenly just like drops on his stomach and like grabs the ground and it's like clawing his way to the table. And Simnarin looks over at you and smiles. Oh, what a pity. Away we go again, Escrow.
What do we do?
1 6.
2 6s.
Liar.
Dwarf girl, vines.
Yep. I'm dead.
He takes your final dice, and as the party is trying to do anything at this point,
Unless I use it as a bonus action.
he squeezes it, blows the dust at the rest of the party, and you watch as there's suddenly a last spasm of Escrow. Like his body is suddenly racked with pain, and the skin sinks all the way down to his bones, and then he falls on the table.
Yep.
You motherfucker!
There's no like, nothing like, what, how?
Humanus is still just clawing his way towards the table, screaming for someone to put vines around him so he doesn't fall into the sky.
Mortals. This emotion.
How close am I to the table by now?
You are still probably about 5 feet.
Can I raise up some vines to help him?
Sure, you can. Absolutely. You raise up some vines, wrap them around Humanus. They do anchor you to the ground. But Simnarin stands up and he walks over to where you're at. And he bends down and he says, "Now, Humanus, you know what he named you."
Can I grab at his eyeballs? Like, my fingers
Yeah, you
into
can.
his eyeballs?
Yeah. So you drive your fingers toward, he grabs your wrist. And his arm looks slender. But he grabs your wrist so hard it feels like he's about to break it. Like he is impossibly strong for his figure. And he says, "Did you love him, Humanus?"
I do not know what this love is, but I will kill you and every generation of spawn that you have ever had.
"Oh, Humanus, do you want him back?"
You can give back. Give back.
"I can trade
Trade what?
you."
Trade me for boss.
"Oh, yes."
I die, boss leave.
No, wait.
"Correct."
I will stick with kill you and every generation of your family.
"You wouldn't sacrifice yourself for him?"
I've spent my life sacrificing myself for him, but if I bring him back now and I die, he will die later, and then we will both be dead. You strike me as a terrible person.
"I'm not a person."
Yes, you are. You hate. You enjoy. You love. You want. You
I don't
desire.
know what that even means.
These things are to be personal. You are mortal, just like anyone else.
"Oh, no. You and all your friends wouldn't be able to rob me of my immortality. You see, I've lived for eons. And emotion is difficult for me to grasp."
Aren't you tired of this?
If you live forever, and mortals are nothing but playthings for you, then why stop us from stopping these other elves who do not want to be mortals? You could have more enjoyment if we finish our task. As a matter of fact, if you bring Boss back, I will make trade for you. I give you all the immortal high elves that rob this place of life for your playthings. I make sacrifice of entire kingdom to you, but you bring Boss back.
Tell me you care about him, Humanus.
I care about many things, Boss among them. He carries the snacks.
And you would sacrifice a kingdom, thousands of lives, for just his.
These
Ah. And he just like pats you on the head and says, "Mortals, endless entertainment. I never know what you'll do, but to offer me a kingdom for your boss."
Wait. Not the whole kingdom, just the bad elves. That's what he said. He didn't say the whole kingdom.
Yes, do you know how many bad
Well, I'm
elves
just
there
making sure that you're not going, oh, I'm going to take over the kingdom, and then next thing we know, you're the kingdom person, king or whatever.
kingdom person.
You don't have a way with words, do you, dwarf?
That's why I thought.
Well, this has been entertaining.
you bring Escrow back? Because we can't take care of it.
I'll tell you what, Humanus. I don't want all the bad elves. And suddenly he's very close to you. And you watch his face, which this entire time has been amused and filled with mirth, contort into rage. And he says, just bring me Nimesil. You do that, and you can have your boss back.
Okay.
Suddenly the world rights itself.
And Escrow's back?
Not quite.
Humana stands up, brushes himself off, and he says, "You transport me to where Nimesil is, yes?"
I will let you through. It's your job to bring Nimesil to me, regardless of what happens with his ritual.
I do this. But you bring both back.
I suppose. And he waves a hand, and there's this what looks almost like glitter, like fine mist, and you realize that it's the dust of the dice just begins to coalesce in his palm, and then it reforms into a set of 4 dice. And he places them back on the table in front of Escrow's lifeless husk. And you watch as the gray begins to disappear, the skin begins to move away from the bones, and Escrow's youth comes back.
Nice.
Hello, boss.
I think you have a little bit more white in your hair.
What the hell just happened?
You got old and withered and turned into dust.
Hello, boss.
Hello, humans.
We're ready to go now. I have to go get Nimesil and drag him back here to make him plaything.
Whatever, let's go.
Also, boss, I changed my name.
Oh,
Yes,
what is wrong with humans?
I do not want to be human shield.
Fine.
What my new name is?
I don't know. What do you want to change it to?
Why don't you change it to Drumwind? Since you're a part of the Drumwind clan.
That is last name, not first name.
Good old Huey.
You know what? We will ask DM. He will probably make my name Sia.
Cian is good with me. Let's go.
We will find Dean when we get back. I will find out from him.
If he lives.
Can we call you Humanus until you change your name? Is that okay with you?
Yes, that is my name.
Okay.
You said it wasn't your name, though.
When I change name, it will not be, but
Oh,
now
okay.
it is. I have not changed name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you simmering?
Simnarin.
Simnarin.
Do not speak to the face. They are very tricky. Will trick you into deals.
You cheated in the
He lets
dice
us
game, didn't you?
deal already made.
No, I'm not.
Now we go.
Okay. Well, do you know the way to go? Because he said he's going to let us in.
Yes, he will open. We will
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Simmerin.
I said, do not talk.
Goodbye. And he waves a hand, and as he does, you can see between 2 trees of the clearing, there is suddenly this almost like rippling of space, like almost like a heat haze. And he says, that's the door. Feel free to take it.
I want to punch this guy so bad.
Do not speak to the face. Have you not seen what has happened already, short one? We just go.
Humanus.
As I'm walking through the portal, I'm just like, I know you cheated. And then I walk.
You do, and Simnarin just grins
Yeah.
a wolfish smile at you.
I knew he cheated. No one rolls that many sixes.
Unless you're last by the devil.
So as you step through the portal headed to your final destination, we're going to call it right there.
Sweet.
Oh.
All right, that's episode we don't fucking know.
Let's say 11.
We'll be back next week with the next episode of we don't know. But no, it will be 11 or 12 next week, and this will be our last time to say that we will be back next week. So if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. Tune in next week for a special announcement about what's coming next. And yeah, I look forward to finishing it up. Escrow barely scraped through.
I was almost crying.
I thought for
didn't
sure
like
I
him.
was like, I'm out of this right now.
He was going to put his jacket on and go
I was
home.
like, I'm not gonna be in the last episode of me.
But the power of friendship
Yeah.
pulled us through. Yeah, I can't wait for next week. You guys like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you think is going to happen next week. We'll already know, so you'll look real dumb if you get it wrong, but do it anyway. We'll be back. Bye.